I mean, how do you understand forgiveness? And do you feel like you forgave Bob, or do you still need to forgive Bob and forgive yourself, for the things you were saying that, well, it was partly your fault for acquiescing? I mean, how do you understand that?
Well, I understand it now as through the process of writing it out. I
Mm,
I wrote I probably wrote 2,500 pages, of which 300 are in the book.
mhm.
And a lot of it was
Thank
there.
you, editor. Yes. I'm not sure I would have read it if it was 2,500 pages, just saying. I mean, I enjoyed the 300, but
No, but a lot of it was processing that and coming in contact with feeling disappointed in myself for not being stronger in advocating for what mattered to me.
Mm,
But there were turning points in my relationship with him, and one of them was triggered by him getting cancer when I was 45 and he was 51, which was, tragic. Or I guess he was 50. I was 40, he was 50. And in the face of a life-threatening illness, he went finally for real psychotherapy. And he
mm,
came out just in the beginning after the first 3 or 4 sessions, and he said he'd been crying in the session, and he said, I told him everything. I told him about my fetish. I told him about how I'd pressured you, and I feel so terrible about it now. I promise you I will never do that again. And I was ecstatic because that's all I wanted from him to say. I'm so sorry I did it. I see how it hurt you. I'm not going to do it anymore. And then, but oh my God, this is what I want, except you have to live. So, so we
for that. Yeah.
so we went through a whole year of horrible chemotherapy and radiation, and I knew in that instance, partly because he asked me to forgive him and said he wouldn't do this anymore, and he understood it, it hurt me. I knew that I would never leave him. He was
Mm,
so precious to me, and we went through it together, and I did everything for him, and he was profoundly grateful. And that was a big power shift between us, the
mhm,
biggest one, because he saw my strength, he saw how I looked after him, he saw my resilience and my confidence in him. And things were ever after that more respectful from him.